Alright, we are live. Hello everybody, this is Thai Company Gaming here. Today is March 3rd, 2019. And right now we are going to be making some breakfast. We tried to make a cooking live stream earlier, a couple days ago, but we've been having issues. So we decided to give it another go to see if we have fixed our technical issues that we were having beforehand. So, first thing to do for breakfast, we got some soup here. We want to try out, see if that's good. If we find out this is good, we will probably make a how to make soup tutorial video, possibly, for the show. But anyway, what I do want to do, as by popular request from our subscribers, is to make an omelet, but a fancy omelet. So, what we're going to do is basically... Last live stream what we did was we took an omelet and we did what's kind of like what's supposedly a classic French style omelet, which I don't know what the accuracy of that name is exactly. So what I'm doing now is first I want to clear out some space here. There's a lot of stuff that we're cleaning. So the first thing I need to do is I need to find a place to put this camera. So, see if this will work. This may or may not work, but we'll find out for sure in a moment. Might. No. I'm trying to find a place to put the camera. 1 second here. Well, what we can do is see if this will work if I put it like that. It might not. Figure out how well that is working. 1 second here, because I feel like it should work. Just a moment. I need to check the live stream here. I'm putting out another phone here. Just a moment. Just a moment. No, crap, I'm putting in the wrong channel. I'm trying to find Thai Company Gaming. I'm trying to open up. There we go. Thai Company Gaming. And it should tell me. It looks like we are correct, somewhat. Okay, so it's actually not the best place. Let's see here. What this? Oh, this might work. Oh, it actually works a lot better. Okay. Do I need to actually bring it up some? Just a moment. Okay, that's doable. Alright, so our ingredients for this omelet. Take yourself 2 bowls. I'm using a bowl and a cup. We have 3 eggs. What we're going to do is crack all the eggs, but we need to separate the whites and the yellows, the whites and the yolks. So, first thing, make sure your hands are clean. Just to prove that I am using clean hands, I'm going to go quick wash them right quick. Again, pretty much. Alright, so once we do separate the eggs, the whites and the yolks, we need to whisk the whites. Basically, we're trying to get stiff peaks, if you know what I mean. Basically, whisking it until it turns into like a, what do you call it? The somewhat of a liquid it is to more of a solid, if that makes somewhat sense in that. Okay, so the hands are clean, all that. Alright, so cracking the egg. couple methods you can do here. I'm gonna try out one method which well, I could have kind of bounced out on the eggs, but I'm gonna just do what I've heard people say can be done. Be back in just a moment. Alright, so I'm going to try this method out because I don't know. I've heard it working apparently. Apparently what you're supposed to do is you take a water bottle and then you kind of... Oh! Trying to get this to work. No, it's not working. It was working, but I'm trying to... Get this to work. There we go. So, as you can see, by using suction, we removed the egg yolk. So I'm going to put the egg yolk back in here. Worked out really well. So do the same thing. And try... Actually, I'm going to do that same method. I really like the way that turned out. I'm trying to crack this egg carefully. Here we go. And so I'm trying to squeeze it enough that I know I will get enough suction. Try not get the... Oh no. Oh no. So the egg yolk actually broke there. Not sure why I did that time. So let's see, I'm going to actually use my hand here. Sometimes works, sometimes does not. This time it sort of is working. Typically the egg yolk does not break, but we're kind of working with it right now. So we have a little bit of egg yolk. That's alright. So this third one, wash my hand one more time here. Let's see here. For the third one, I'm going to do a different method where kind of try to break the shell somewhat in half. I'm basically using it sort of like as a cup, and you're kind of trying to get all the whites to run off, and then the edge of the eggshell kind of clips it off. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you kind of have to move the eggs back and forth from one shell to another. And I think that's just about as good as we're going to get it. So put that yolk there. Wash your hands one more time. Throw away that water bottle now. Okay, so I mean, for the most part we did okay. So what I'm going to do now is we have a blender here. One of these type of, what do you call these, handheld blenders. So plug this in, put this in here. There we go. Make sure it works. So it does work. So let's see how this works here. Alright, let's move this here. Should work. Okay. this is just about good. I'm going to give it a bit more of a whisk. Okay, so that's considered to be stiff peaks. So basically, moving it up and you can tell that it's standing up. So then what we're supposed to do is add one egg yolk at a time, which I'll try to do my best here. Approximately. So that's one. That's one egg yolk. Second here. It's about second there. That's the second, and then the rest here. And it should be turning more of like a butterish color, which mine is here. You don't have to be, you know, put the whole thing in here, but as much as you can. Ideally, it's a yolk that's not broken, but that's alright, we'll deal with it. And give this one more of a... Alright, so this should be good here. And then I'm going to eject these here. This away. Clean up any mess you've made. Always a good idea to take like a wet towel or napkin and wipe down the surfaces. We'll do that right after, but this is what we're supposed to kind of get to here. And then we're taking frying pan, and then we take some butter and give it a fork. To show you an idea of how much we're putting on here. That might be enough, but I'm going to put a little bit more just to be safe. I think this should be enough. So that should be enough butter. Hopefully it's enough. Then we heat this. Put it on medium heat, like a 5 or so. And make sure you have a lid to your frying pan as well for this. That's going to heat up. Make sure I'm turn it up to high so it melts faster. Because what I want is the butter to fully melt, and in addition to fully melting, I want to be certain that the butter is heated up well enough that the eggs will begin to immediately start to cook. Alright, just moving things around here. So as you can see, it is heating up. Take it back off because I know the butter's melting, and I'm moving it around because I want the butter to fully coat as much of the pan as I can, but not, you know, overdo it. But this should be alright. So sort of basically the bottom and somewhat around the ridges. And see, I'm wanting it to cook like that. Now turn your feet back down. And I'm going to lift the frying pan off because I don't want the butter to down. And just leave it to the side there. And then I'm going to take this mixture and pour it into here. So pouring as much as we can. Don't have to be necessarily exact in this. In just a second, while I'm going to scoop out as much as I have remaining. In just a moment. Alright. Okay, so now we're back. Pour out as much as we can. Turn the heat down, and then take your lid and leave it there. So we're on a 4, back around 4 or 5. I'll keep it for 5 for now. And because I have the lid on it, the top of this egg mixture is going to cook as well. So while that cooks, which I usually give it about a couple minutes, usually maybe under 3 or so, and make sure to clean up as you wait for it to finish cooking. So I'm putting this all away. There for now. And I'm gonna wipe down this surface as well. And also this time, go ahead and get a plate to serve the food on. And I can kind of hear it making a little bit of noise. It's not a loud noise, it's kind of quiet, because basically it's the sound of, I think, steam. You might sometimes hear like a popping noise, which is common as well. Make sure it's not a heavy, loud popping noise, because sometimes that might mean like the oil and all that's popping around because of water or something or other. But still cooking. Lift it up like that as well. But the idea is that it should kind of rise a little bit too. And I see it doing that around the edges here. So still give it some more time. And you can kind of see a slightly a bit of bubbling around, which to me is a good sign, meaning that it's rising a little bit. So it's still cooking. And you can kind of see it. Now it hit the glass, so it's still rising. Which I think is good. And to me, it actually means it's just about finished cooking. But I'm going to raise this somewhat to the side, because I've noticed the way this stovetop, it's at an angle, which is not an ideal thing to have, but you know, you work with what you have. I'm going to give this a little more time, but this is just about finished. So, what kind of plate do you want? So I'm going to go ahead and use this, which is somewhat of a plate bowl thing. So, this right next to it. I think this is just about ready too. So, it's going to cook a little bit longer, and what I need. So what I'm going to do is, that has already butter on it. I'm gonna just go get, I think salt and pepper would be all right. So, and preferably for salt, use like sea salt or something like that. We use sea salt and black pepper. So now, since I know this is cooked, carefully take this off because I know it's slightly stuck on the top there. Alright, so that's cooked. And I'm going to just flip this over. So that's cooked. Actually, what I should have done, and I'm going to see if I can still do it. It might work, it might not. The idea is flip it over and kind of like make a cushion. But give me just a moment here. So this is somewhat cooked. I'm going to try to make sure it's fully cooked first, but if you find that it's still not fully cooked, go ahead and cook it. Continue to cook it. Alright, well thank you all for watching. See you all next time. I'll go try the eggs in the soup and see how things work out. Alright, see you next time. Bye now.